Doctor Doom is on his way, and across the entire Marvel Multiverse, there's only one person who truly knows what that means. That person is Loki. Just like He Who Remains, Loki already knows that Doom will eventually find him, and maybe even defeat him. That's why Loki has set a counter plan in motion. He's made specific changes across the multiverse, changes that could one day stop Doctor Doom and, just maybe, save everything. At the end of Loki Season 2, we see Loki time-slip back to talk to He Who Remains. What's fascinating is that He Who Remains isn't shocked at all. It's as if he was expecting Loki to show up, because this was all part of his grand plan. Now, where that plan unfolds, I've already covered in a previous video, but today we're diving deep into Loki's multiversal strategy to stop Doctor Doom. And we're starting with Deadpool and Wolverine, because that movie gives us our first major clue. Remember Cassandra Nova? Her plan was almost identical to Doom's. She wanted to destroy one universe after another using the Time Ripper machine until only the Void remained. But she failed, because Deadpool and Wolverine from two different universes teamed up to stop her. They didn't just destroy the machine, they saved their universe. That's a crucial detail. Paradox explained earlier that when an anchor being dies, their entire universe slowly begins to collapse. But at the end of the movie, Hunter B-15 says, "You guys saved your universe from extinction. Get some rest. We might need you again." And that, right there, is the first hint of Loki's larger plan. Remember what Reed Richards said in Multiverse of Madness? Incursions happen when someone travels from one universe to another. But this time, when Wolverine crossed over, he didn't destroy the universe. He gave it new life. Even the TVA was shocked, and B-15 saying, "We might need you again," is a clear signal. It means that in Avengers, Doomsday, or Secret Wars, the TVA's strike team will almost certainly include Deadpool and Wolverine. That's the cosmic side of the plan. But there's also an emotional side, and that begins with Spider-Man. Aunt May's death might be a canon event, but the fact that she was killed by a Green Goblin from another universe feels specific. It's all part of a bigger design. To face Doom, Peter Parker has to become more than just a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He has to become a symbol of responsibility. When Goblin killed Aunt May, Peter learned that trying to save everyone can sometimes destroy everything. Spider-Man could become a mirror image of Doctor Doom. Both lose everything but choose completely opposite paths. Doom turns dark, while Peter stays good. So when Doom offers Peter everything he ever wanted, Peter will refuse because now he puts the multiverse before himself. And that growth is something Loki set up on purpose. Now, let's talk about power. And let's move to Shang-Chi. Remember the 10 rings? At first, we didn't realize just how powerful they were. But when "what if" showed they could even defeat Odin, we began to grasp their true potential. In Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Rings, Wenwu's rings glowed blue. But when Shang-Chi used them at their full power, they glowed orange, symbolizing complete mastery. Those same rings helped him defeat the Dweller in Darkness, a being from another dimension. But here's the twist. What if all of that was part of Loki's plan? At the end of Shang-Chi, the sorcerers at Kamartaj detect a mysterious signal coming from the rings. A signal being sent somewhere. And if a signal can go out, it means one can also come in. Look closely at those signals. They resemble Yggdrasil, the World Tree, the very tree where Loki now sits. It is possible Loki designed those rings and placed them on Earth as powerful artifacts for a future multiversal crisis. And that's not all. Remember where Kamala Khan's bangles were found? In the same temple that had the 10 ring symbol carved into it, worn by a blue-skinned Kree. So both the 10 rings and the bangles are connected, and Loki may have been the one deciding who gets them. Kamala's bangles can break dimensional barriers and even enable time travel. Remember when she went back in time to help her grandmother? That broke the time travel rules Smart Hulk explained in Endgame, but there were no consequences because someone's keeping it all in check. That someone is Loki. Those bangles can also open doors between universes, just like America Chavez. And here's where it gets interesting. Every time America opens a portal, even accidentally, it always takes her exactly where she needs to be. In Multiverse of Madness, she lands in a universe where Christine Palmer holds the key to the Book of Vishanti, the one thing that can stop an incursion. Coincidence? Maybe her power is being guided by the same multiversal current Loki now controls. Now let's talk about Wanda. Yes, she died on Earth 16, but her return is almost certain. Next time, she won't come back as a villain, but as a redeemed hero. This time, she'll fight not just for her kids, but for every billion Tommy across the multiverse. That too might have been Loki's move, hitting 2 targets with 1 arrow, testing the strongest magic user's morality and forcing Doctor Strange to break his own rules. By putting Wanda in that grief loop, Loki could observe the outcomes. And when she failed, he pushed Strange to read the Darkhold. That gave him the third eye and triggered an incursion, making Strange the first hero to truly understand the threat and work to stop it. You might ask, when did Loki plan all this? But remember, Loki exists beyond time. He's at the end of time itself. For him, tweaking events across the timeline is as easy as flipping a switch. It doesn't mean every hero I mentioned will team up directly, but all of their actions, shaped by Loki's quiet interventions, will eventually connect, forming one grand design to stop Doctor Doom. So, what do you think? Is Loki really setting all this up? Let me know in the comments. If you liked this theory, hit that like button and subscribe for more Marvel breakdowns. Thanks for watching.